Ooh, I have cracked the code for how to get men to approach you while you're out.
Men do not like women who are more successful than them.
I'm gonna teach you the one way to approach literally anybody.
How to get a guy to chase you using male psychology. Boost his ego.
A man can never be intimidated by a woman wearing war paint on her face.
When a guy sees a girl that don't really need him, they feel like, what am I here for? And then they just feel like they less than.
They're so intimidated by me. How so? They just can't handle me.
I only want to deal with guys that's paying bills. I am a gold digger. I don't care. I'm already doing 100%.
If you really want a man, you can do the approaching yourself.
You said then that guys find you intimidating. What do you think it is about you that men find intimidating?
I mean, to be honest, like my last relationship, like his mum was like, she found one of my videos on celibacy and she was like, what is this? His mum, and she's a Christian. Different cultures are like, no, we'd rather like keep our business to ourselves. But I'm like, I'm gonna have to be with someone that understands what I do and why I do it. I'm not just out here sharing my business for sharing my business. I only share things that have purpose. And if it's gonna help someone.
How to get a guy to approach you using eye contact. I call this the 3-step smise. How it works is you're gonna lock eyes with the guy that you like and hold eye contact for 1, 2, 3.5 seconds and then look away. And look away for about 2 seconds, smile, preoccupy yourself, and then look back and smile. And the reason this trick works is because it's rejection proof. You don't have to say anything. And no one's gonna be like, oh, that girl's so into me, she just looked happy. No. And another reason this works is you look approachable. And if the guy is interested, he is going to approach you. The key is to smile with your eyes. So try it out, let me know how it goes, and follow for more.
So picking right back up on this conversation of successful women and dating, a lot of successful women say that men are intimidated by their success. And I hear from a lot of men that say that that's not true. They're not intimidated by women's success. So I think it's all pointing to the fact that women are still having trouble dating men who make less than they do or are not as, we'll say, financially successful as they are. So if it's not intimidation, men, what is it exactly that is leading you to not wanting to date these types of women?
The fact of the matter is, these women are having trouble dating due to their disgusting attitudes. Instead of taking accountability, they do what they always do, which is to pin it on men and blame them. No man cares about a woman's money.
Do you think men feel intimidated to date you because they're shorter?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so it's real.
Yes. You didn't ask me how tall I am, though.
You're taller than me.
Yeah.
Okay, but you should be the interviewer.
Yeah.
How tall are you?
I am 5'11".
Okay, so does that limit the pool of dating for you?
Yes.
What kind of man do you like?
Men that are taller than me.
Well, white, black, rich?
It doesn't matter as long as they're taller than me.
All right.
I've talked with a lot of successful men, and something they don't like is successful women because they feel intimidated. Some of them would like to be like same as women, like they wouldn't mind like staying at home. So there's like this ego thing about men that some men are intimidated by successful women.
It's not that they're intimidated. It's that women that make money and are successful are annoying most of the time. That's what they don't want to tell you.
Very combative.
Because women that are successful act like men, and men don't want to date themselves. If I wore heels, right, and put lipstick on once a week, you probably wouldn't date me because I'm acting like a girl. So you wouldn't date me when I act feminine. Why should a man date you when you're acting masculine?
And that's the part they always leave out. They don't create a space where that man can come in and be a man. They want to be in charge of everything. And because of that, the man feels left out because there's no gap in that relationship that needs to be filled. And as a result, he leaves. They call it intimidation, but really, they don't let that man be a man.
How to get a guy to chase you using male psychology. Boost his ego. I'm not talking in a narcissistic egomaniac way. But if you can make a man feel good about himself when you're around, by giving him compliments, for example, or by telling him you feel safe around him, his brain will start associating being around you with feeling like $1,000,000. And as you know, when someone makes you feel amazing, You crave being around that.
Here's how to make a man approach you in person. If you're new to my page, hello, my name is Shanza. I'm a dating and relationship coach. I help single women attract their soulmates and have the relationship of their dreams. So you're out and about and you see a cute guy and you want him to come up to you, but you don't know how to inspire him to want to come up to you and approach you. See, thing is, men are just as afraid of rejection as you are. And typically a man needs a signal, a green light, a go-ahead signal from you in order for him to know that he will not get rejected when he approaches you. Half the time, if you're not getting approached, is because you're giving off the vibe that I'm on D&D, do not come up to me, do not approach me, I don't want to be bothered. When in reality, you're just feeling nervous and scared of getting approached. And that's a different topic for a different day. But for now, if you want to get approached, you must allow yourself to make and maintain eye contact and a smile with the guy that you're attracted to. When a man sees you looking at him, he's not thinking, oh, this weird girl is looking at me, right? Because that's what you're thinking. He's thinking, oh, she's into me. She's interested in me. And that is exactly what a man needs for him to come up to you and approach you. If you're a single woman and you are having trouble getting approached or getting noticed by high quality provider mindset men, then click the link in my bio and apply to work with me on a one-on-one basis.
The amount of women who was begging for help under this post is actually insane. I don't understand why they don't approach men themselves if they so desire to be in relationship with them. This is honestly just petty. Little do they know that men would actually appreciate it more if a woman approached him, simply because it's not something that happens very often.
I need to put you guys on to the best way to slide into a guy's DM. I'm actually very proud of myself. I can't believe I came up with it on my own. I might be the genius of our time. So you get into their DMs and you just say truth or dare. Like, it's giving confident. It's giving a woman who knows what she wants. It's giving mysterious. Truth or dare. Like, is she asking me out? Is she flirting with me? What is she doing? And then it's like, he's going to be riddled with mystery. Like, he's going to need to respond. So he's either going to say truth or dare. If he's into you, he'll say truth or dare. I did this a few weeks ago. I messaged this guy. He responded, he said, dare. And I said, I dare you to take me out. And we went on a date yesterday. Okay, I really hope he never sees this because it is giving so cringe. But tell me that is not kind of like the cutest. Please message me on Instagram if you guys do this.
They meet a Dutch guy.
In this new reality, it is a simple risk versus reward calculation. Just not worth it for me anymore. Yeah, this is where I feel that we have different cultures, even though we are European. I cannot imagine approaching a man ever. It's easy to say to do these things when you're not the one getting rejected. This is not confusing at all. Just go for it. Just don't go for it too much. This woman doesn't know whether she wants to be approached or not. What does that even mean? What does going for it or going for it too much mean anyway? I'm not Dutch, but we can all pretty much guess why those men don't approach these women.
There's a lot of men out there who are straight up repelled by a woman's success and ambition. A Columbia University experiment found that single men were less interested in women they met who seemed smarter or more ambitious than they believed themselves to be. Another experiment manipulated test scores of men and women. When the man's score was lower, he was likely to feel less attracted, less masculine himself, and less interested in going on a date.
I thought maybe we would kiss tonight. Baby, will you kiss me already and toss your dirty shoes?
Are you afraid to look back when you're walking down the street?
Speaking of that, when it comes to the threat of physical violence, men are more likely to be victims of violent crime.
By who? What gender is more likely to assault the men?
That's victim blaming.
Men are...
The gender of the perpetrator does nothing to diminish the fact that somebody has been victimized.
I'm not saying... You're reframing my words in a way that I do not want to be...
It's a fallacious argument. You said that, oh, Brian, are you ever scared of having to look over your shoulder? Yeah. And I pointed out that actually the reality is, despite the fact that women might feel more vulnerable or might feel less safe, doesn't mean that in actuality you actually are more unsafe than men are. And as somebody who's been physically assaulted, yes, I am very aware of, like, if I go outside, that I could be physically assaulted.
It's completely
That's not
valid.
just a woman thing. Women will frequently argue, you don't have to be worried about going out at night and getting jumped. Actually, yes, men do.
Are you saying that you're weak?
Oh my God.
Are you stupid? In case you didn't know, this is what it's like talking to a brick wall. No matter what you say to them, it will never get through. They pretend to listen to you, but everything you say goes in one ear and out the other. The only thing they care about is the agenda they're trying to push, without knowing their facts. Basic 304 tactic.
I'm just gonna put this out there. If you've been single for less than a month, and you're telling me it's not for anyone else, fuck you. When you're my first contact, oh, by the way, the only reason I got the Bumble was to see if you're on it. My first match was you stupid fucking asshole. Fuck you. I hope you burn in hell. I really do.
I just found out that boys are intimidated by me, and that's why I'm still single. I'm sorry that I'm perfect. Huge relief, though. I was starting to think it was me.
This is gonna sound corny, but like, I'm mesmerized by your beauty, and like that coming from a genuine place is nice. But when you're there and you're being like fidgety, and then you just walk away because you're intimidated, like, be a man, step up, and know what's in front of you.
I'm gonna disagree with this. You excited? This is this conflict
This is
you
what they
wanted.
want.
Okay. Jenny, I'm gonna blow your mind. They're not intimidated by your beauty, as beautiful as you are. They're intimidated because you are a confident ass woman and you are intense, just like me. Your intensity. Men are not intimidated by beauty. I'm sorry. They're intimidated by beauty with a mouth.
I'm going to second that, as mentioned earlier. Men are not intimidated by women wearing war paint. I believe that men love a confident woman. The only man that can be intimidated by a confident woman is a man that's not confident in himself. Beauty is most definitely not it. Maybe they are intimidated by rejection. Another thing is, some of these women are hard to deal with. No man wants a nagging woman that has a male attitude. What they want is a soft, submissive woman.
How to flirt with a mature masculine man. A man who is embodied in his masculine energy does not play game. So playing hard to get with him is not gonna work. This is something that you can do with boys, but not with a man. So how do you do? Instead of playing hard to get, show him that you are interested in him. Show him that you appreciate what he does and who he is as a man. Tell him. Have behavior that shows an openness to him. This is what will attract him even more to you.
I'm gonna teach you the one way to approach literally anybody. The game is called Let's Fucking Date. I carry this the fuck around everywhere I go. Hey, do you wanna play a game? Like, no one's gonna say no to that. Here's some examples. What was your first impression of me? What are you obsessed with right now? What's the weirdest thing you've heard during sex? Is there something about it that just makes people open up, and it's the best conversation starter? And because the questions get like increasingly more sexy, guys are fucking down.
Okay, so you're out at a bar and you see a cute guy. How do you get him to approach you? 1, keep it small. Here's the deal. It takes a man with a lot of confidence to approach a group of 5+ girls. And it can certainly happen, but ideally being out with 1 or 2 people is a much easier situation for a guy to approach. I once went out with 3 of my girlfriends, and the second 2 of them went to the bathroom, my other friend and I were approached multiple times. There's just something about approaching 2 girls versus 4 girls that makes it much easier for them. So moral of the story, keep it small. 2, eye contact and a smile. If you see a cute guy across the room, you need to give him cues that you're interested and want him to come up to you. Easiest way to do this, eye contact and a smile. Make sure to catch his gaze and give him a smile a few times so he knows these cues are intentional. This will give him the confidence he needs to make his move. 3, make yourself approachable. It's all about your body language. You need to position yourself and your body in a way that's easily approachable. Don't stand in a circle with your back to the room. Make sure your body is open to receiving someone. If he has to tap you on the shoulder or make a big effort to get your attention, you're making it hard for him. Be open not just mentally and emotionally, but with your body language as well. If he doesn't approach you after using these tactics, then hey, he's not your guy. So consider it good practice and get ready to try it again on the next one. In short, you need to create an open and inviting environment with cues that you're interested in order for a man to approach you. And these 3 cues will do just that.
The biggest tip they have yet to give these women is that they should be approaching men now. Before these women ever think of taking these dating coaches' advice, they should really make it a habit looking at their finger, because about 90% of them are single and unmarried. To be honest, some of these tips may work. It's also a way for women to avoid rejection, so their ego don't get bruised up. They're doing everything in their power to avoid experiencing what men goes through on a daily basis.
They're so intimidated by me. How so? They just can't handle me. Even those alpha guys. What do you mean by handle you? Like my ex, for example. He owned his own company, was a jiu-jitsu black belt, owned multiple properties, and even he would just shut down when we argued because he just couldn't handle it. I don't think he was shutting down, I just don't think he felt like arguing with you. Yeah, because he knew he would lose. No, maybe because he was busy and had more important things to do. Do you really think a guy that's his own boss, a black belt, and a real estate investor is intimidated by anyone? Yeah, clearly me. He's not intimidated by you. Frankly, he's probably annoyed by you. You're supposed to be a source of peace, but instead you just get in his way. This might be hard for you, but maybe consider the possibility that this is a you problem.
If more women talk to themselves like this, they would realize how ridiculous they sound when they're trying to use the word intimidated against men. Nothing more that can drag a good man away than an argumentative woman, the constant nagging and starting fights for no reason. No man wants to handle their woman. If you can't be their peace, then someone else will.
All right, ladies, I'm going to put you on to some game, okay? People will be like, how do you get men to do stuff for you all the time? Like when I date someone, I get them to buy me a lot of things. I get them to do a lot of stuff for me. And there are, I would say, 3 key components to this, okay, that I thought everybody knew, but apparently they don't. So I'm going to tell you. 1, I'm a big believer, closed mouths don't get fed. So straight up ask. There are things you can ask for. You have to know how to ask in the right way, but ask. A lot of men will do for you. You guys just don't ask. 2, I pretend no matter what it is, no matter how shitty my exes have been, I pretend that the man before them treated me like absolute gold and I just decided I didn't like him anymore. You know, I don't know, it just didn't work out. But he bought me designer, he took me to this, he did that. Because you're setting the bar, you're letting them know. The bar is up here, okay? And then they're just going to treat you that way. The last man I was seeing, he even said that. He was like, yeah, I mean, you just come correct. Like, I knew I had to come correct because of, it's just expected. You just expect it. Yes, I do. They don't need to know how homeboy treated you before. They don't need to know what you've been through. As far as they're concerned, you get treated like a princess and they need to follow suit. And 3rd, this is the one, okay? If you listen to one thing from this video, this is it. Set them up. And I don't mean play them. Set them up. If you want something done, like example, I wanted my oil change, so I suggested that we take my car, even though we never take my car. And he drove, of course, and my oil light's on. And he goes, oh, your oil light's on. You need your oil change. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I know. Tim said he would do it for me. Tim's my boss. Sorry if you're watching this, Tim. Tim never said that. That was just, I said that off the top of my head. Because my man goes, Tim, why would Tim take it? I can take it. Like, I'll literally take it tomorrow. And I'm like, oh, well, I didn't want to bother you. Well, it's not. I will take it tomorrow. When I say my oil was changed, my tires were rotated, I had new windshield wipers, all by 10 a.m. the next day. Men do not want to think that other men are doing something for you, okay? It's kind of the same reason why if your ex was doing things for you, and my ex, don't do that. But I have bags that I bought myself that they'll be like, who bought you that? And I'm like, nobody. Like, chill. It's the illusion, okay? Create an illusion. You're welcome.
Girls, you just gotta learn how to lie. She is speaking facts. Do you think you should lie about having an ex that gave you princess treatment, even if you've never been in a relationship before? After that, a bird replied, yes. This is disgusting. The modern women today are ruthless. There's a reason why I tell men they have to be very careful with the woman they allow into their lives. Some of them are great pretenders. Their only focus is what can they get out of you and what can you do for them. It's women like this who makes it hard for the good women to find good men to date. The reason why men need to know these tricks is so that they don't get played. You can thank me later.